Assalamu alaikum. I'm Farooq Khan, Chief Executive of the Pakistan Stock Exchange, and I'm really very happy to present this series of interviews with business leaders who have taken their companies public successfully. Business groups in both Pakistan and globally who have taken their companies public have grown and benefited exponentially. Being a listed company provides many advantages to a business. Apart from having access to a deep pool of capital, both from within Pakistan as well as internationally, the business gets many other advantages as well. For example, it helps to professionalize your HR, your corporate governance improves, it creates much greater brand awareness, intergenerational transfers of wealth and changes in shareholding are much easier to do and in a very tax efficient manner. And this really provides a great opportunity for a business leader to maintain and grow their legacy.
Well, I founded the company along with my brother and a friend around 30 years ago in April 1992. When we started, it was 1.5 acres of land and we had 10 knitting machines. Today, by the grace of God, the company's plants are spread over 600 acres and we are now a full family clothing company which produces socks, yarn, denim clothing, knitwear apparel and seamless apparel. Quite a few years before our listing, we decided to convert the company into a public limited unlisted company. The main reason behind it was that it would bring in more stringent conditions for us to follow, and that will make us a better company. So once that was done, we were ready for the IPO. And the only issues which people faced while going for IPOs are issues of transparency and things like those. We were always very transparent. So actually, we had no issues about going public. The only reason which we might have, stopped us was that would we discover the right price of the company? Because one of the reasons to list was to discover the right price of the company. And when we listed, we were the only IPO during that year. And despite that, Interloop's IPO became the largest private sector IPO listing in the history of Pakistan at that time. I think Interloop on its own was well known, but after the listing, the stories of its listing, they became, a national knowledge, and it helped us a lot. The company was known everywhere, whether it's the bureaucratic circles, whether it's the lenders, whether it's the people. And I think the most important thing was to acquire talent. I think it helped us a lot. And as far as the clientele is concerned, the textile world is, most of the textile companies all over the world, they are still privately owned. There are just a few companies which are publicly listed. But having said that, it does help when we tell the people that we are the largest textile listed company on the Pakistan Stock Exchange. It does help. It does impress people that there must be something very good about this company, that it in a very, very short span of time, it became the largest listed company as far as the market cap is concerned on Pakistan Stock Exchange. Through this IPO, we did raise substantial sums of money, which helped us in expansion of our company projects without going to the banks. So it did lower our burden for the loans. As far as the financial standing of the company is concerned, I definitely think it did help. And now, because even the company's shares are bankable, so even the shareholders have the possibility to go and encumber their shares and get money against them. We haven't done that. And another thing which I would like to point out is that in Pakistan we talk a lot about joint ventures. We haven't gone for that. But unless there is an exit mechanism for your joint venture partner, they won't be interested in joint ventures. So a listed company with a good repute does have that possibility that you can bring in foreign joint venture partners who can come in, and if they want to exit, they can simply exit through the stock exchange. Interloop has already announced and finalized its Vision 2025, which is supposed to complete in June 26. According to that vision, we will transform Interloop into a full family clothing company of choice for all the partners, and we'll do that by expanding our denim and apparel businesses and even adding in hosiery, in which we are already the largest producer in the world. Yes, definitely we have a plan to increase the free float. The first step in that regard, which we already taken, is that we expanded our employee stock option scheme to the entire workforce of 30,000 employees. So they can be offered 1% of the company's existing stock in addition to the existing stock in a year. So in 10 years that will be an additional 10%. But apart from that, we do have a plan to either raise more finances through a right issue or bring in a strategic investor so that our expansion plans can be funded by the shareholder money rather than the bank finances.
I look forward to discussing the advantages of going public with all of you and look forward to welcoming you to PSX. Thank you.